Test, test, test. Let me know how we sounding. 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 What's going on, Tommy? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We sounded good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we got a couple sets we're looking at right now. We're looking at continued NAS sales. We're looking at continued GBPJPYs right here. We're looking at NAS sales and GBPJPYs right here. So right now with NAS100, we're looking to see if we're going to BCR and maintain 29.110 as support. If so, we can look for sales. So we're either looking for sales here or price to retest 29.230 and look for sales there. We do have F1C popping off later on today, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. We do got F1C at 2 o'clock later on today. Make sure to like the live as you hop up in here, subscribe if you have not already. We just hit 6,400 subscribers. Let's get to 6,500. And y'all already know the drill. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Want me looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. But we're just chilling, patiently waiting. Hey, that's what's up, that's what's up. Yeah, gold did, nice drop. Man, you've been locked the fuck in, my boy. Alright, so we close below. Let's see if we can hold this up as resistance right here. Let's see if we can maintain this level as resistance. I'm liking this right here. might hop in this in a second. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. You said currently in the same move because it came back to entry. I'm like, man, you killing it. Bro, I've been locked in. I've watched all your videos before I hop on the market. That's the way to do it, bro. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you for real, for real. I love when y'all be sending me screenshots. Let me know y'all making money. But like I said, like I know we be getting a lot of trolls and shit. But I know motherfuckers be watching and paying attention and learning shit as well. Just make sure to stick to your trading plan, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what your game plan is, how much you're trying to make, you know, how many trades you're trying to take, all that good shit. Alright, because the goal is to make some bread and then go about your day. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be able to have it being in the markets all day. I used to do that shit all the time. I used to try to catch every setup being in the markets all fucking day. Yeah, so we hit TP1. Let's see if we can keep on pushing right here. And as far as GJ, we're either looking for price to retest 216.55, or if we can BCR maintain 216.85 as support, we can look for buys right there. We can see if others low as resistance. If y'all was in a live yesterday, we talked about NAS100 sales as well. This is the setup we took yesterday. Hit a couple TPs and rejected, and off the 9:30 open, ended up tanking to the we were looking for. Did a little drop about an hour or so ago. We're seeing if we can maintain as low as resistance. It did a nice BCR right here. So now we're just waiting for a volume to see what's going to continue to push for us. That's what we're waiting on right now. Just waiting to see if there's going to be some volume to continue to push for us. Alright, so it's rejecting us. We're still going to hold the SRTV gets hit though. We hit TP on, it's rejecting. We're still going to hold the SRTV gets hit though. And we're still paying attention to GJ. Even if this hits our stop loss, we're still up for the week. But we're going to see how price plays out right here. Yeah, I think it's rejecting hard. It might hit our stop loss. It might try to retest this level right here. I think rejecting. GJ's at this level now. Let's see if we can hold this level of support. If GJ can maintain 216.80 as support, we could look for buys right here. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in about 20 seconds. Like I say all the time, SO's a part of the game, drawdown's part of the game, wins are part of the game, losses are part of the game. That's why RR is important. Yeah, this thing's rejecting on us though. Yep, stop loss got hit. Alright, we'll see how this next 15 plays out. So we're gonna see how it reacts to this level right here. Still paying attention to GJ though. Hit TP1 and then rejected on us. Now we're gonna see if we can BCR this level right here. So either looking for buys here or a retest right here. And it's nothing about like we was wrong to go for this setup. It's just simply what happens sometimes. Sometimes price rejects, sometimes price retraces on you. Not all the times your stop loss getting hit mean you're wrong, right? Unless you're breaking your rules or you're like going against the flow of price, like stop loss getting hit does not mean you're wrong. That's just what the stop loss is for. It's for you to stop the loss. You get what I'm saying? If y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screen how we did last month, last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We're going to pull it up in a little bit as well. Let me get this off the screen. So we're going to see how NAS reacts to this level right here. Let me just get these words off the screen. So let's see how NAS reacts to 29,220 right here. let's see if we can maintain this level of support. And we're gonna see how NAS reacts right here. New 5 and it just popped up. So those hopping into the live, we took this NAS trade, we hit TP1, then it rejected on us. So now we're just seeing how prices are going to react to this level above us right here. And then we're looking to see if we can maintain this level of support. We can see we broke this up multiple times and rejected. So we're looking for the VCR right here. But if GJ can maintain 216.85 as support, we can look for buys. We've been going for buys the past couple of days on GJ, just like we've been going for sales the past couple of days on NAS100. Make sure to hit that first link description on the free Telegram. And you have not already, make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis. Because like I always talk about, the Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going to Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. As far as how we're doing so far this week, we're 2-0 for the week. Last month we wrapped up 23 wins, 3 losses. Last quarter, all 3 months combined, we ended 69 wins, 10 losses, 87% win rate. Just picking up where we left off from quarter 1. If we go down to April 3rd, you can see how, well, April 5th, you can see how we did quarter 1. 50 wins, 9 losses, 87% win rate. So that's how we're doing so far this year. But yeah, so we're just waiting to see if we can hold this level of support. Now, we do have FOMC today, so make sure to keep that in mind as well. We do have that at 2 o'clock. So again, with FOMC, it's just like any other news event, just either trade before news or trade after news. So we're either going to see some action before FOMC, or sometimes FOMC is just dead all day. So we're going to see how price plays out today as far as FOMC is concerned. But like I said, I usually done it off the charts before 2 o'clock anyways. So now looking at gold today, only looking at GJ and NAS right now. We're going to let gold marinate for the day. We're going to come back and look at it tomorrow. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. You see, I had an entry at 24.46, so NQ, my TP was lucky at entry. I didn't take a try, I was just messing with it, but I was entered early. I wouldn't say you entered early. Like I said, it just depends. It depends what your levels are. Right, like the reason why I entered here is because, again, I didn't go into the charts until literally London session. So if you was on the charts like you was before London session, I would have took a trade here too. If I was on the charts before London session, I would have took a trade right here, but I wasn't. So that's why I took a trade here. But as you can see, it just failed to hold it as resistance, right? It closed below, held it as resistance. We hit TP1, maybe TP2, and as you can see, it just rejected after. Going for 1 or 2. That's all you need. It's a 1 or 2. That's all you need. You should never mind that setup. That's happening right now. I'm just happy that my levels look like yours though. Yeah, like I say, you've been killing it. But like I said, it's not going to always be exactly like mine. Like what I tell people all the time in like one-on-one sessions or in Playmaker University, I'm not saying it has to be the exact prices as mine. As long as the market structure-wise is making sense, you're able to catch setups. That's all that really matters to me. So like I said, I don't think that you entered too early or whatever, because like I said, if I would have entered here, my TP would have been here, right? Like you see my trade I did here. If I was awake, this would have been my TP where my entry was here, right? This would have been my setup here, just like how this would have been my setup here, right? Just like GJ. Like if I would have took this setup, this would have been my TP. But if I take this setup, my TP here would be my entry here. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. You enter on a zone, exit off a zone, enter off a zone, exit off a zone. Alright, new 15 just popped up. Let's see if we can hold this level as support. Let's see if we can hold this level as support. Again, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody in the live. Let's see if we can hold right here. You said, can you give your opinion on a possible gold buy? It's like 50-50 because of higher low, higher high, but that's what made me catch the short, and now we're really finding the low. That's why I'm not touching it today. That's like why I'm not touching it today. Because it is 50-50. Right? But we can pull it up and talk about it. But yeah, so I was talking about this in a one-on-one session last night with one of the members and students. That's exactly why I'm not touching it. So that's why we went for buys on it on Monday and why we didn't touch it yesterday, right? That's why I went for buys on it Monday, but why I didn't touch it yesterday. So again, how did price end the week? Price ended the week like this last week, right? This was Friday last week. So again, prior to this, what did we have going on, right? Market structure wise, we had a downtrend, right? We had the lower high, lower low, lower high. Price made a lower low here, but it failed to close below this low right here, right? So this is the lower low, this is the lower high, right? Let's go to the rules of the downtrend. Now, if y'all do not got your copy of the playbook, make sure you get your copy of the playbook, y'all. Again, make sure you use discount code LOCKEDIN for 25% off everything. But like it says right here, for a price to continue to go down, it has to break support levels and turn them into resistance levels. This is what creates the lower low. So we see here price failed to BCR and turn the support level into resistance, right? Then it says right here, well, then this is how price ended Friday, right? This is how price ended Friday. Then it says right here, only with the uptrend coming to play is if price breaks past the lower high or breaks past the lower high and turn the previous resistance level into a support, like how the green arrow shows, right? So that's why Monday we went for buys because we broke past this point, but then yesterday we retraced. So that's why I said I'm not touching gold today, because with gold, I'm either waiting for price to either hold this low as support and give us a new higher high, or see what's going to push back below. That's why I'm not touching it today. So the only way I'm going to touch it today is when it breaks past this high, and then we can look for buys here, or if it breaks down below, and we can look for sales here. So yeah, that's why I said I'm not touching it, because I don't know which way it's going to go until it does one of those two things. You need to get off the charts. You already made some money, my boy. Get the fuck off the charts. I'm telling you, like, I ain't trying to jinx you, but over trading's a thing, bro. Like, I used to do the same thing when I first, well, not that part, but I used to be on the charts all day. Like, every session, I used to trade every session, but, you know, you tell me you already made 2 bands, you know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, well, I know you guys can't sleep, but I don't know, do something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, you know, or just take some demo trades, or just take some practice trades, you know what I mean? Or you want to take some trades on your eval, but definitely like your main accounts, you should be done for the day on. So GJ is still struggling to BCR right here. We're still waiting for the BCR right here, and then NAS has not yet touched this level right here yet. Yeah, but make sure you use discount code LOCKEDIN for 25% off everything, y'all. Let's see what this next 5 minute looks like. You say you take a lot of demo trades, but I'm not the biggest fan of New York. I love Japan open. That's why I be eating. Yeah, I tell people all the time, like, I started off trading Tokyo London session. Like, I started off trading Tokyo London. I didn't really start trading New York session. I might have held trades going into New York session because when I first started trading, I used to swing trade a little bit, but that's because I had smaller capital. Because again, we have smaller capital. You have two options: be okay with the wins you take, over leverage like everybody wants to promote with this account flip bullshit, or you have to catch more pips. You know what I'm saying? So I was swing trading a lot, but not only was I swing trading a lot, I was also taking some day trades. But I was trading literally Tokyo and London sessions. So I'll take trades Tokyo, hold them into London, sometimes New York sessions. So I'd catch like literally the full move for the day. You know what I'm saying? So like for example, like that GJ setup on Sunday, Monday, I used to catch like big ass moves like that. You know what I mean? I used to trade strictly only Tokyo session. That's why like when people be talking about New York, so I'm like, it's not just about New York session, but I started trading New York session like mid 2023 or 2024, and that's because you know my schedule and my lifestyle changed a little bit. But yeah, I started out trading strictly Tokyo session, so trust me, trust me. I just don't do it no more because, like I said, I just have to set restrictions on myself because you know I don't want to charge all day. But yeah, I used to trade strictly Tokyo session and London session because when I was working two jobs, I could not trade New York session because I'd be at work, so I had no choice. New 15 about to pop up in a little bit. Yeah, this was all the way back in like 2023. Like, same shit, different toilet. You know what I mean? Still can't just say y'all can't see that on my other screen. Still catching these big ass moves and shit. But yeah, I used to swing trade kind of heavy back in 2023, 2022 ish. Let me show a couple examples if I can find one. I'm trying to find one. Was this one? I think it was this one right here. Like here's an example, right? So like I used to hold trades for a long ass time. Like for example, like y'all can't really see this. I'm trying to make it bigger. Like you can see right here, this was like 74.10 to sell, and it's at 72.78. Like I used to hold to catch like 100 pip, 200 pip moves. Like this GJ setup, 169.60, 171.15. You know what I'm saying? This gold, so man, motherfuckers wish gold was at 2K, right? But you know, 2010 to 1984, right? So I used to catch like big ass moves back in the day. I used to just ride the wave from Tokyo into London, and then sometimes Tokyo, London into New York, or London into New York and shit like that. Like I used to do like big ass moves. Big ass moves. Again, 96.09, 98.64. So yeah, I used to catch like 200 pip, 100 pip moves back in the day. That's how you really flip an account. Fuck all this over leveraging shit. That's how you really flip an account. Catch a move. So yeah, again, y'all, price is not holding this level of support yet, so we're not going to pull the trigger. We're not going to pull the trigger until we get that BCR. The 1.9K you sent the other day, that was into That motherfucker goes 4 hours and the one I just took goes in for 3. Yeah. Nah, drawdown's part of the game. Just like you saw with that NAS setup, like it's not an act. Like I sound the same when I'm winning a trade and losing a trade because, you just got to train that muscle and you just got to get used to it. You know what I mean? But that's why a trading plan is important, right? Every trade you take, you should be willing and understand both the negative and positive outcome. That's why a lot of people crash out in the trading space because they'll put a big ass lot size, right? Because or a contract, like, because if I put this, I can make X amount of dollars per point, per tick, per pip. But they don't think about how much they could potentially lose, right? So every trade you take, you should know how much you're risking, and you should be okay with what you're risking, right? That's why a lot of people get upset because they're not okay with either losing or they're not okay with losing what they risked. You know what I mean? But you just gotta build that muscle to get used to it, right? Because you just gotta trust the strategy. We win way more than we lose, and our winners are always bigger than our losers. So even if we lose a trade, all it takes is the next winning trade to cancel out 2 to 3 losses. You know what I mean? Like this loss right here, literally, this GJ setup alone canceled out that loss, right? Or the NAS100 setup we took yesterday canceled out that loss. Canceled out that loss. You know what I mean? So if y'all go look at y'all's P&Ls and y'all see way more red than green or blue, that's one thing. But what I want y'all to pay attention to is the size of the green and red. Are your winners canceling out your losers, or are your losers canceling out your winners? Right? Because I used to have the issue all the time. I'd win 1 to 2 trades, and then one loss would cancel out my wins because I wasn't risking the same on every single trade, or I was risking more on my losses than my winners. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. Let's see if NAS or GJ is gonna tap and be start one of these levels. Yeah, I got done. No, I got numb to it pretty fast, just based off my winners being bigger. Yup. That's why the trading plan is so important. Like when you map it out and write down the trading plan, you see the math. That's going to give you the confidence to stick to it. You know what I mean? Like I was talking about during the TikTok live yesterday, people don't blow accounts because they're losing trades, right? People don't blow accounts or give up on trading because they're losing trades, right? It's because of what we talked about earlier. Because you can literally have a 30 to 40% win rate and still be profitable. So it's not losing trades That's the issue, right? Because again, at the end of the day, this is investing, right? We got to remember what we're doing here. At the end of the day, this is investing. All right, let's see what this next 5 minute looks like right here. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're up, so just get the reps in, back test, watch the charts play out in real time, watch how they react to your levels. That's how I learn all the shit I learned. Like people ask me how did I figure all this shit out by literally staring at the charts. Like I tell people this, I'm not joking. Like when I told a story, you was in the live. I'm not gonna tell it again because you're gonna make people leave the live again, Will. So I'm not gonna tell the story again, but you know the story. We talked about it earlier this week. But yes, when I was like, bro, I gotta figure this shit out. I literally was just staring at the charts. I didn't know what the fuck I was looking for, but I was like, the answers are here. So I was literally just staring at the charts, just watching how they played out in real time. And that's how I'm able to figure out how they play out in real time. That's how I'm able to figure out, and that's how I came up with the book, wrote all the rules in the book, all that good shit, is literally by watching the charts. You know what I mean? My bad, y'all. The clock was blocking that, so we almost tapped the level. But again, we can maintain 29 to 20 years resistance. We can look for sales going back down to 29,120. You see what GJ is looking like right here. Didn't retest, but did close above it. So we might get some action a little bit. We might get some action a little bit. It's like reading a book. I just keep reading. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Find you completely changed, man. Trading maybe properly. They properly went. Nah, it's all jokes. It's all good. It's just what it is. That's just the internet, man. But yeah, shout out to you. I appreciate that. You say you got the homie to join the live right now. Telling I was like, all you gotta do is just ask questions, right? Like, you just gotta ask questions. So, like, ask them this, right? I'm just asking them, do you know FEGs was called something before FEGs? Like, FEGs had a name before FEGs. Does he know that? Does he know what FEGs were before FEGs? Like, there's a lot of issues. Like I said, like, if you're a profitable trader, it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alright, that's why I tell people all the time, because a lot of times I'll be saying that shit, people be hopping in live and be arguing me down. I'm like, look, if you're making money, you shouldn't be in this live anyways, right? But there's a lot of contradictions and confusion when it comes to that shit. First thing, it was called shit before it was called FEG. Secondly, FEGs don't tell you that much. Okay, price might retrace. Okay, what does that mean? That doesn't tell you what direction price is going to go after it gets filled up. You know what I mean? And not every time does the FEG get filled up, that price continues to push that direction, right? Sometimes it can be a reversal. FEG could be a lower low. FEG could be a higher high. It could be a reversal. It could be a retest. Speaking of retest, we just tapped this level right here. We just tapped this motherfucking level right here. Look how it's retracting. G just fucking pushing. Look how it's rejecting right here. Like, look at that. That's what I'm telling you. Like, sometimes price just has to retest the other level. Like, look at this shit. Like, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, just don't. I'm telling you, I bet you there's a poor soul that tried to go for bias here or some shit. Look how this would have canceled out that loss. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't call a signal because this happened too quick, but don't get it fucked up. I am in this motherfucking trade. Do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. We are in here. Don't glitch out on me now. Yeah, that shit crazy. Look at that. Right? And you know what I'm saying? Look at this shit. Look at this shit, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why you want to wait for the retest. You would have FOMO'd, you would have got fucked up. Just one time, wait for the BCR. So hopefully nobody went for a buy. If you did, hopefully you had your SL in profit. But look at NAS, y'all. I'm not gonna show my account. I got logged out of my phone because it glitched on me. I was making money too quick. But let me show y'all real quick that I'm actually in this trade. Well, I actually took this trade. I'm out this motherfucker now though, but it's blurry, but I literally took that setup and closed right at the zone right here. This is the 15. Use it, enter the TP. Entry. Market structure to the left, TP. Enter TP, market structure to the left. That's the 15. 15-minute drop. Boom. That's simple. That's simple. Now, was we wrong to go for sales? No, that's what I'm telling you. When you use these, when you follow these rules, you're never wrong. Like, I know it sounds crazy because, again, all these people swear stop loss means wrong, but I'm telling you, when you follow the playbook, you're never wrong. You're never wrong. You're never wrong. Look at this shit. That's why the trolls don't come to the London session lives. It's too much. It's too much real shit going on here. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody in the live. Let me cut you to the chat. P Gold did the same thing. Let's take a look at gold. Yeah, it's pushing. So remember, like I said, we're in a downtrend still technically. We're in a downtrend still technically. That's why I didn't go for setups on yesterday, but we went for buys on Monday. Right? So it goes back to what we talked about earlier. So if it closes, if it pushes down below like 40.64-ish, we might look for sales on that motherfucker. Look at that. Make sure I like the fucking live, y'all, and subscribe. Make sure I like the fucking live and subscribe, y'all. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, Playmaker_Way. TikTok, _Playmaker_Way_. Post daily on both pages. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, but yeah, I'm done. I'm done. So we're going to be, I'm still going to do the New York price watch list for the members and students, but even if New York sessions, quote unquote, trash or slow, don't matter. I'm done. Like, look at this shit, right? Can't make this shit up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And this is what I bet you there's gonna be some goofy goober on TikTok. Oh my god, the sellers just took over out of nowhere. I'm telling you, this is what I'm telling you. Go with the flow of price on the bigger time. I guarantee there's gonna be somebody on the internet today. Oh, look at this crazy ass candle, man. The market makers are just all this dumb shit. I'm telling you, it's all about market structure. I'm telling you, it's all about motherfucking market structure. All about market structure. It's like we talked about in the TikTok live yesterday. It was in a downtrend, right? This is how price ended Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Again, we have to wait for the BCR, the break, close, retest. Price broke and closed above, but did it hold this low as support? No, it did not. It broke back down below Thursday. This is what price did Friday. If you're in the free room, what did I tell y'all at the beginning of the week? What did we go for yesterday? What did we talk about on Monday? I said we're still bearish on NAS100. So why, even though price was green on Friday, why did I still say we're looking for sales this week? Because again, we're still in a downtrend. We're still in a downtrend. And look where price is at right now, right back at this low. About to try to make a new lower low today. Get your motherfucking playbook, y'all. Get your motherfucking playbook. Matter of fact, I ain't about to. If y'all got eyes, I ain't gotta say too much. Like, proofs in the motherfucking pudding, y'all. That's what I'm telling you. When you go with the floor of price, you give yourself the easiest fucking time making money. This would have been a crazy move right here, I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, look at that shit. Look at that shit, man. Can't make this shit up. Let's see what gold's talking about. Let's go back to gold. So this is a great point. You said U.S. bombed Iran and they both dumped like that. Do you think that affected it or that was just a coincidence? Okay, let me ask you this. Right? Because I know you're in here, right? You're in the free Telegram, right? The U.S. bomb Iran July 6th at 12 a.m.? No, right? But yeah, I said at the beginning of the week we was looking for sales. And then literally at 3 a.m., I said we're looking for sales here, right? So did I get a call? Y'all ain't hear my phone buzz. Did I get a call that let me know to look for sales today? Another thing. Look how I attached my level. Is that look? There's too many coincidences. If there's too many coincidences, it ain't a coincidence. So you tell me they came right to my level and decided to bomb Iran right at this level and just coincidentally shot down, and then look how it's reacting to this level right here. Right? It's all smoke and mirrors. Now, some people ain't gonna believe that, but I don't really give a fuck. It's all smoke and mirrors, because I say this all the time. Right? I say this all the time. It's just like when we had FOMC on gold, we had FOMC. Let's go to a naked chart really quick. Right. So let's go even further. Wednesday, June 17th. Right. Wednesday, June 17th. What do we have go on June 17th? We had FOMC, right? If y'all wasn't alive on June 17th, well, what did I tell y'all? Not only on that Wednesday, but at the beginning of the week, on that week, that we will still bearish on gold. Again, if you don't believe me, the free Telegram fact check, the first link in the description, right? So let's go retrace price of steps. We had the lower high right here. We had the lower low. Lower high, lower low. Again, the only way the uptrend come into play is if it breaks past the lower high or breaks past the lower high and turn the previous resistance level into support, like how the green arrow shows. So this was Monday, this was Tuesday. Wednesday, June 17th, we had FOMC at 2 o'clock. So let me ask you this. Was this another coincidence? Because the news event did what? This was 2 o'clock. The news event did what? Push price back below, and look how it turned the support level back into a resistance. So is this a coincidence too that the volume went with the flow of price and price tapped this level, and because we didn't break the rules of the downtrend, price shot back down? That's what I'm telling you. They use the news as a smoke and mirror, because I tell people all the time, have y'all ever been at a job when a news event popped off and your manager and supervisor stormed in and said, oh, FOMC is about to start, unemployment claims just start, oh, Trump just tweeted, click, and everybody opened up their portfolios and start rapidly buying and selling assets? Has that ever happened to anybody at work? I'm telling you this, it's all smoke and mirrors. I'm telling you, it's all smoke and mirrors. Because there's too many coincidences. How did I know to have this level marked off? Why did price react and sell right at my level? Was they waiting for price to tap this level to tweet? You see what I'm saying? Why is price reacting to my level right here? I had these levels marked off before we went live. You see what I'm saying? So either I'm a genius and I got a crystal ball, Well, I'm an inside trader, right? Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? There's too many coincidences. And if it's too many coincidences, it ain't a coincidence. That's what keeps pushing and keeps the buyer versus seller concept alive. Because again, like we talked about, most people don't do what? Learn the charts. Everybody tells you, oh, don't learn the charts, prices randomly doing things. So to keep the lie going, they use Twitter posts and news events as an excuse for what price was going to do anyways. So that's why all these goofy groups are like, oh, okay, it is the buyers, it is Trump, it is the sellers, because that's what the internet's saying. But again, which one is it? I don't look at the news event. I didn't know Trump was about to do that, but I still was looking for sales here. I still took the sell setup. You see what I'm saying? Now look, why did it halt at my level? Why did it halt right here? Is that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a big ass coincidence. I decided to start at my level and now it's halting at a level. That's what I'm saying. Like some people just like I said, like we gotta make it make sense. You know what I mean? That's why they tell us not to learn the charts, because if we learn the charts, we realize all this shit's bullshit. Right? Like once you learn the charts, you realize all the shit here on the internet is bullshit. That's why I taught her the 6 lies exposing the secrets to the charts. That looked like it literally stopped at my level. Like man, you know what I'm saying? This was a good live though. This was a good live. Shout out to the homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I get it, because I like a good story too. Like, I like good stories. You know, I read, you know, I watch anime shit. I love a good story. I love a good storyline, but, you know what I'm saying? It still gotta make sense, you know what I mean? It still gotta make sense. Yeah, that was a nasty setup right there, though. That was a nasty setup right there, though. Said you're right, just got another playmaker, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to you, shout out to you. I'm telling y'all, once you learn the charts, everything starts crumbling down. Right? Don't just listen to shit because there's a bunch of people saying or it's viral. You gotta dissect it and see if it makes sense, you know what I mean? That's why I like to do these lives too. I like to do these lives. That's why I like to do these lives on here and TikTok. But I guarantee you, I'm gonna wake up New York session and all these motherfuckers gonna enter. Oh my God, NAS100 just did a 1,000-point drop to the downside. Trump. I bet you there's gonna be a bunch of people on the internet about to be posting that shit. And everybody's gonna be in the comments, yeah, man, absolutely crazy. I'm telling you, these people are gonna eat it up. These people are gonna eat it up. I'm calling it right now. These people are gonna eat it up. And the reason why that should be so funny to me is because, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people just want to be entertained. Like, what is the point? It's just like when these people are making content. Oh, there's news today. Okay, no shit. Be careful. And then once news does something crazy, I told y'all to be careful. Okay, but you didn't tell us what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, no shit. Like, there's news, be careful, no shit. What do we do, though? You know what I'm saying? Just like they're gonna make a video talking about this move. Okay, did you catch it? No. Okay, why are you talking about it? Oh, because you want to complain about Trump some more. Oh, okay, I get it. And look how price is still reacting to my level right here. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, either I'm a fucking genius, which, hey, I ain't gonna argue if you say I am, or these are just a coincidence after coincidence after coincidence after coincidence after coincidence. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna cut this live. I might have to clip this motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to clip this motherfucker and do something with it. I don't know how I sound, because I know sometimes my audio be sounding trash combined with the background music, but definitely have to make a video or something about this, because I need people to leave that dope alone, man. So yeah, members, I'm gonna do the New York price watch list for y'all in a few hours. Again, we have FOMC at 2 o'clock. Make sure to click that first link in the description, join the free student, free Telegram. Make sure to take advantage of these sale. Make sure you use discount code LOCKEDIN, 25% off everything. 25% off everything. That's the playbook, signal room, yearly, lifetime, one-on-one sessions, Playmaker University, everything 25% off. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Y'all see it scroll at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, Playmaker_Way, TikTok _Playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. Got some new posts lined up for y'all today. I might got a new YouTube video dropping for y'all. But if not, make sure to catch me to the playlist. Drop the new trade breakdown for y'all on Monday. All playlists are up to date as well. And I'm gonna respond to my DMs and comments, because I got a lot of DMs and messages I gotta catch up to. Shout out to those in the live. Shout out to those watching the playback as well. You're funny as hell. All right, y'all. Peace. We out.